Hi YouTube, welcome to Market Watch. It's your bi-weekly segment talk with the Digimon card game market. The format's basically done unless Bandai announces any more events, and we're heading into the Christmas season, and blah blah blah, card prices falling, blah blah blah, with the odd exception that we'll talk about in this Market Watch. But I have a lot of tabs up, as you guys can kind of tell. There's a lot of cards I want to cover today for very distinct reasons. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. In the Omnimon market here, the gold store Omnimon appears to be getting lower, which is nice. I would take advantage of low prices while you can. And Zwart Defeat is just going right down. That reprint news really killing the price. Plus, it isn't really being seen right now in play, so you know that's a little bit of an impact right there. Not bad. Don't forget that regular Blitz Omni was also announced in the reprint, and where is it? Over here, $7. It used to be over 10, so that's also taking some damage as well. Oh, you guys remember when Dark Knightmon was going through its hype bubble, and I said, you know what, guys, this is going to crash because the deck is garbage, and you should sell your Dark Knightmons for the high 20s, low 30s ASAP? I hope you did. Hope you did. I would never touch this card ever again. There is a small argument that because of the EX4 Knightmon stuff, okay, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Dark type's garbage. Sorry to any Dark Knightmon fans. I feel for you. I wish the archetype was better. And maybe, who knows, maybe one day in BT 20, they might make this archetype good again, and this card might go up in price. If you're a fan of penny stocks, grab it, but like, that's it. That's it for that one. Dobrekmon Altar going up in price. Seriously low quantities left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just over 2 play sets. Technically, you buy 7, it raises the floor to that much, and then that's it. So, watch out for Dobrekmon. Chimeramon, down, going down. And grab them while they're cheap. See how far they fall, maybe grab them on some educated time. 950 is still a little bit too high for my price point, but, you know, not bad. Honestly, not bad. We have Gamamon. Now, if you guys remember, it was very cheap literally last week. I did Market Watch, and I said, grab these Gamamons right now. I don't know if it was a hype card that was released. I didn't notice anything. I could have missed it, though. Or if it was just my powerful presence, or if it was just people using their brains on their own. But yeah, there was no way this card should have been $5, and now it's restored to kind of backward what it should be. It's a Tournament Pack 5 card. It's very good. It's basically a promo Agumon for the Gamamon archetype. It's just a good card, guys. It's a good card. X antibody here. Not as high as it once was, but I do want to bring your attention. This card is kind of it's doing weird stuff. It's a little whack. This is a card that if you plan on playing X antibody next format, BT11, you're gonna want this card. It might reach these highs again. It might. I would just double check your bulk, make sure you have some. If you don't, this might be the time to grab them. That's my opinion on X antibody here. We have Analog Youth also just dumping in price right now. It's not really seeing a whole lot of play right now, so it's not the best card in the world. But if we ever get a Tier 1 deck that plays Analog Youth, this card will go back up because it hasn't been reprinted since it came out in EX01. So just maybe keep that in mind. It could be a cheap stock for you guys to grab onto. Maybe double your money at some point, maybe more. Who knows? Hydramon here just keeps going down. The Bloomlord deck is super budget. So if you want a fun deck to play at locals, if you want to like turn your brain upside down, pick up Bloomlord cards. Do it up. This is another reminder to just look at your bulk. Yes, this card was more expensive. That appears to be the time when the latest set came out. But it's had some falls. It's had some dips. Purple just really isn't seeing a lot of play right now. You know what I mean? Like, when you think of the meta, you think of what? Metal Guard, Bloomlord, Dressmon, Yellow Hybrid, Security Control. You don't really think of, like, Dynamon decks or Purple Imperial or whatever. You know what I mean? They are falling. It's still way too high for me, in my opinion. I don't know why you wouldn't just grab the Fest version or the... or pay a little bit of extra and pick up, I think it's here, this one. Yes, this card's been exploding. It is the max rarity version of the card, though, and it's seriously close to a buyout. Like, I wanted to bring this up because if you take a look at it, if you want to be a baller and you want to buy a playset here, well, congratulations, you turned your playset that averaged $20 per card into a $40 playset, unless more are listed. And to top it off, it's from the winter pack of New Awakening. That was a while ago. Do you think there are that many winter packs of New Awakening just flying around? I don't think so. Not really. So maybe you can grab this card for a steal before it potentially explodes in price. Or you could go through your bulk and maybe just make sure you have these cards. Maybe sell some extra ones if you have them for some extra money. You know what I mean? It's not bad at all. Here we have Gamamon, the Gen Con top 8 prize card Gamamon, DC Grand Prix Gamamon. We had one that sold for 1,000 on TCG Player, which is cool. But that's it. Being me, I know that these cards have sold. This single, since the DC Grand Prix, the last one, has sold for cheaper than 1,000 just on like marketplace private sellers. I don't see any reason to like grab this for this price. If you really want it, you can probably find it for a lot cheaper than that. Save a few $100 maybe. We have Koromon here. This prize card Koromon. Again, it's very close to buyout status. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 16. There's 4 playsets left on the market, and which, by the way, the last playset's $200. This was a card, if you guys remember, back in the day, was very low in price. This card will never die, unless it gets power crept. If it gets power crept, then okay, maybe. But if it doesn't get power crept, you know, a draw 1 egg in the Greymon archetypes is never bad. I love it. I really do. You might want to make sure you have your copies of this card. You should have grabbed them a long time ago. But if you don't, I think you're running out of time, actually. We have Event Pack 3 Shoutout card Kumamon. Don't pick up Event Pack 3 cards. There's not a point. Don't do it. We have this. There's only been the one sale since. Wait a second. Yeah, there's been one sale. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't buy the pre-sales. Sakuyamon main mode here. It's a little more expensive. I think this should be at $39. It is going down. The trajectory is downward, and this card just isn't seeing play right now. Its own archetype isn't doing anything right now, and things like Yellow Hybrid or Security Controller playing Venusmon. Did I bring up a Venusmon today? Can't remember if I brought up Venusmon or not. It doesn't look like I did. Venusmon, though, there's a reason this card is kind of on the downhill trend and Venusmon's on the uphill trend. Sakuyamon main mode, we'll see its time again in the sun, I promise you. And you might want to look for lower prices, wait for this card to fall a little lower to grab your cards. Because a card that can just play an option, a yellow option for 5 costs or less, or any plugin when you evolve it, it's really good value. It is really good value. It will see play again. We have Beelzebub Blast Mode just falling. People argue whether or not you play this Blast Mode in the new Beelzebub stuff when it comes out, or the new one. I see an argument for both, to be honest. Beelzebub X antibody, though, the difference between this card and Beelzebub X is that Beelzebub X just says bye-bye security, where this actually has to work for it a little bit. Oh, man, it's a rough time to be this card. It really is. Oh, and the advice portion, don't buy this card yet. Altar Bloomlord. Kind of flatlining here at the $33 mark. It is still one of the best cards in the format at alternate art. It's the most expensive card, technically, in the deck. It is good. You need it. And it will probably keep falling a little bit. Because let's be real, guys. I might have egg on my face after saying this. You probably won't see a lot of Bloomlord at BT11 Nationals. You probably won't. This card will probably fall in price. If someone surprises me and tops the event with it, that's good. I'm really happy for that person. But like, it just feels like it's eaten up by black or gray and other stuff. It's not worth it to me, in my opinion. Look at this Examon. Just keep on going. Just a friendly reminder that it's going to keep going down. So just keep an eye on it. We have Apemon here at $100. All right, seriously. There are some things in life that, they don't make sense to me. Like, humans cannot spontaneously grow wings and fly. It's not something we can do yet. Why this card is $35 and why this card got bought out is beyond me. Furthermore, why the alt art is actually less. We saw this before. We see this with random OTK shit occasionally. Like, Ancient Grey did the same fucking thing. And other cards have done the same thing throughout Digimon's history. The regular art, for some reason, will creep up on the alternate art. This is the max rarity version of the card. There's no denying. I know some people prefer this artwork, but man. If you want to build alt art fucking Imperialdramon red purple, go for it. Because your freaking dragon mode is $5 alternate art. And the rest of the deck is very low max rarity. You could build a max rarity version of this deck if you play the Eismon scatter modes under $200. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? I do think this will balance out eventually. I really do. I'm tempted to sell mine at $35. I'm tempted to just decommission my red purple Imperial deck and say, you know what? So I'm gonna place it for $140. See if I can grab it. I think people are smarter than that. Because nobody's pulled the trigger at 35. Yeah, people pull the trigger at 30. Which does surprise me. People actually buy for 35. I lose faith in humanity when this kind of stuff happens. So keep your eyeball on it. Crimson Blaze pre-release stamp is on the downhill trend. Why? That's a good question. Here's the deal with it. As we approach BT11, we know EX3 is over. We know this card's really good against Bloomlord. We know it's good against Justmon and other things. Okay. As we approach BT11, the value of this card goes down a little bit. What's your best deck? Black War Greymon. This card does nothing to that. What's another good deck? Grandis. This card does nothing to it. It's another good deck. Melguff doesn't get hit. It's another card doesn't do anything against. Now, against certain decks, like Mastamon, okay, you have a leg to stand on. But, like, that's it. All Force is not that good against anyone who wants to play All Force. The Poop deck, maybe. But, like, the Poop deck is the Poop deck. It's unparalleled. It's pretty poopy. I think that you probably... I'm torn on this card because this is one of the greatest cards that Digimon's ever seen. Because of the floodgating effect. And how cheap it can be. And I think there will be a time again where this card becomes meta. Because all it takes is for a tier 1 deck to come out in the future that just goes board spam, and all of a sudden Crimson Blaze is looking a hell of a lot better. I think it's up to you. I think this card is going to go down in price a little bit. If you sell them now and buy them back later for cheaper, you're probably able to do that. I'm hanging on to my playset. To be honest, I got a playset of this card. I'm hanging on to it to dear life. Because I think this card has a lot of value in the future. I am not ready to pull the trigger on that, so maybe you might not be ready to pull the trigger on that either. It's also harder for me to release cards because I'm in Canada. That's just another fun fact there. Anyway, around Crimson Blaze long enough. You have the information. You do what you think is best. We have here Gamamon and X going down. Don't be dismayed by this, because for $1.50 extra, you buy near mint. It's going down, 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 down. Wait for it to slide a little more. Card's good, but, we're evolving in life. Oh, and by the way, it is a Royal Knight. It's the next antibody. BT13 is Royal Knight support, and X antibody support isn't going anywhere. Okay? Alright. Gamamon and X antibody, I cover this occasionally. It goes down. It keeps going down in price. Just keep following it if you want it. Secret Imperialdramon also just torpedoing. Take advantage of this cheap listing for $15. Take advantage of it. Do it. Do it if you want it. Hina is also going down, but appears to be at a standstill. Hina will be good one day again. I promise you this card will be more than $18 in the future. A lot more than $18 in the future. Maybe grab your copies of this card. Unless you're that one guy that loves playing Dragon Links. You know who you are. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Then we have the Patamon discussion. I'm going to save this for last. We have Nokia. People have told me, hey Mario, you should consider an alternate Nokias because War Greymon support beat 11 to 12. Not every deck plays Nokia. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to take the gamble and get all tarts and maybe flip them, go ahead. If you want them just to get them, they're low, go ahead. All right, Patamon discussion. Someone on Facebook tagged me in a discussion which Patamon is max rarity. Is it the floral pattern one? Or is the store championship one? Now, if we look at the market data here, not that many. Not that many. Not really. And it's kind of selling. Okay. This one. This one has not sold in over a month. Okay. Full transparency. I have been of the thought process that because this Patamon is harder to get, it should be max rarity down the road. I can still get this easily. I can get the whole freaking set easily. It's not a problem to me. And if I can do, I'm not that special. I make content, but I'm not going in with my special Mario Gaming World privileges. No, no, no. I can get this very easily. This, you cannot find these anymore in the wild, but you can find on TCG Player. I'm at the point where I'm ready to just say fuck it and buy my playset and hold it. Because I never expected to fall this low. But now that it has, it's not, no one's buying it, which is the crazy part. However, I do stand by my thought process. I think, I don't know when it will be, a few months, a year, maybe longer. This card will overcome this one in price. I promise. Just because this one you can buy at a store. This one, you had to work for it. And I think that sweat and tears, plus having to buy it, does overshadow just having to buy it. But you guys let me know if you think I'm wrong. And one day, if one day I might do my words. If, you know, we go. I'm not stopping Digimon content anytime soon. If it just never goes up, then I'll eat my words eventually. If it does, I'm right. That's it. Anyway, that's it for Market Watch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. You take care. Christmas week. Make sure you relax a little bit. Enjoy yourself. See you later.